أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. وبعد، المستمعين الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. The viewers, brothers and sisters, and the listeners, so this is another series of our online live sessions on the subject Al-Falsafatul Haditha. So as we have known, we have few pages left on uh, Rene Descartes' philosophy, and hopefully this is going to be the last point we are going to be talking about on Rene Descartes' philosophy. So we are going to read point number 7, which inshallah is the last point to be discussed under is uh, two divisions of elements. Okay, so as we are going to be talking about Ilmul Insan. Ilmul Insan, that we title as Anthropology. Anthropology, the knowledge of humanity, what man knows and how man gets what he got to know. So this is what we are going to be talking about here. So here we are going to be talking about the relationship between human being and the Zawahir al-Tabi'iyya al-Jismiyya al-Kharijiyya and Zawahir al-Aqliyya of Rene Descartes. If we can remember well, we have heard and seen that Rene Descartes says the two unsur, the two elements, okay, al-unsur al-jismiyya wal-unsur al-aqliyya, they cannot meet. They have no meeting point. They are two disjoint points that cannot meet at any point. Okay, we also know that there are four rules. Okay, rule number one, and the basic rule is that everything has its own motion and continues to be in motion and is in constant motion until anything stops it that is stronger than it. So by this, we are going to, Rene Descartes, we are going to have a problem here. The problem that we are going to have in is the uh, discussion of al-zawahir al-tabi'iyya and zawahir al-aqliyya, or in a very simpler term, in its discussion of physics and metaphysics. So, and the relationship of this to human being. So, as we are going to see, he says that these two are combined together inside human body. But again, he says both of them are not related in any way. So, how do we how do we relate between the 2 points that the natural phenomena or the physical phenomena and mental phenomena cannot meet, and that both of them meet inside human being? So this is a very important point that we are going to be dealing with and talking about here. For those of you who are online with me, the this session is going to be roughly about 30 minutes or thereabout. If it stops on the Facebook Live, I have another recording here on the YouTube. I am recording simultaneously on the YouTube, but it is not live on YouTube, it is just a recording. So, and after about 2 hours from the end of the session, it is going to be made available on my YouTube channel again, and I'm going to send the URL site to our Telegram group, inshallah. So if it stops on the Facebook because of the network failure, don't worry. You are still going to get the rest of the recordings, inshallah, through the YouTube channel. So, by this, we are going to read from page 119. We are reading from page 119, point number 7. So, after our reading, as usual, we are going to stop and explain some notes that are in need of what of explanation and clarification. So, we are reading. So, if you have your book with you, please read with me and invite some other to join. So, علم الإنسان الآن وقد فرغ ديكارت من البحث في الجانب الفيزيكي والجانب العقلي من العالم. بقي له أن يتناول الإنسان بالدراسة، لأن الإنسان في فكر ريني ديكارت هو الملتقى الذي اجتمعت في شخصه الشعبتان يعني العنصرين. العنصرين يعني المنصورين. اوكي، المنصور الطبيعي الخارجي والمنصور العقلي الداخلي، او الجسم والعقل او الجسم والروح. اوكي، او الامتداد والفكر. ولكنه لاقي في هذه الدراسة الإنسانية مشقة وعسرا، لأنه كان قد أسرف وغالي في مذهبه الاثنين الذي شطر به الوجود إلى عنصرين منفصلين، العقل والمادة، وزعم أنه من المستحيل أن يتلاقى هذان الطرفان لأنهما نقيضان. فكيف يفسر أي يعني إذن اتحاد الاثنين وتلاقي الاثنين في الإنسان واحد؟ هذه هي المشكلة الرئيسية التي لاقاها ريني ديكارت في تفسيره الإنسانية وما يتعلق بالإنسانية من العلوم الطبيعية والعلوم العقلية. So in this point, basically, so now Descartes have finished the physical study of phenomena, and he has also finished the mental study, or what we call rational study of the phenomena. Now he wants to treat, he wants to study human being or mankind, okay, alone, in himself, okay, because the reason why he wants to specialize a peculiar or a specific study on human being is that human being is the meeting point of the two phenomena. Human being is the center of the universe, of the phenomena, according to him. Human being is what is the center point of the cosmology. So both the physical phenomena and the metaphysical phenomena meet upon humanity alone. So that is the reason why Rene Descartes wants to specifically discuss and study and tell us things about humanity. Okay, but here, uh, Rene Descartes faces uh, difficulty. Okay, so because he studies insane, because he is the meeting point of the two roots and the two entities, the body and the ration, or what we call the expansion and occupation in space and the feeling and thought. But he experienced difficulties and some hardship in explaining this, because in the first instance, he have already informed us that this duality, the dualism, عنصرين المختلفين واللذان لا يجتمعان. So the two different elements that will not meet each other. So he has let us know that the two phenomena will not meet, and they have no meeting point. So the physical phenomena and the metaphysical phenomena. Okay. So now the he thinks that it is impossible that both of these have any meeting point because they are two oppositions, they are two disjoint points. So now, how does he convince us that both of them can actually live together and be combined together in one human being? Okay. العقل والمادة في رأي ديكارت جوهران منفصلان وهما ضدان لا يجتمعان هما كالنار والثلج أو كالأسود والأبيض. أوكي. ولكنه لا يستطيع أن ينكر ما نشاهده من ارتباط عقل الإنسان وجسمه ارتباطا يجعل منهما وحدة متماسكة متصلة. أوكي. فكيف يمكن التوفيق بين مذهبه وبين ما نشاهده؟ يقول ديكارت ويجيب في هذه النسبة بأن العلاقة التي نراها في الإنسان بين العقل والجسم لا يمكن أن تعلل بشيء من طبيعتهما لأنهما ضدان متناقضان فلم يبق إلا أن يكون اتحادهما هذا حقيقة خارقة أرادها الله على الرغم من أنها لا تتفق مع طبائع الأشياء. So here the mentality and materials, according to Descartes, are two different substances that cannot meet. They are just like fire and snow. Fire cannot meet together with snow, and snow cannot be together, combined together in one place with fire. Black and white cannot be combined together to make another color. ولكنه لا يستطيع أن ينكر ما نشاهده من ارتباط عقل الإنسان وجسمه. But Rene Descartes is unable to prove or to reject the unity or the uniform of the body and the soul that we have in our body. He cannot explain why this unity is so there. Why do we have al-jismu wal-aklu or al-mada wal-aklu wa-ruhu in our soul, and they are both working together and they form a complete whole body that work together. And again, he says that each al-mada and al-akal has their own movement specifically. Their movement cannot be mixed together. So now how come do we have the movement of the body and being controlled by the movement of the word of the soul or of the mentality in us? So he is going to explain this to us. What is the issue and what is the case? Okay. So he says in response to this issue and problem, he says that the connection al-alaqah, the connection that we see, the connection that we perceive of insan having both al-akal and al-jismu together cannot be explained, cannot be taken as the nature of both of them living together. They are actually not living together. There is something, a system that is controlling both of them in between them. And it is this system that takes message from the body, sends to the al-akal, and takes message from the akal and sends it to the what? To the body. It is actually not a combination. Not a combination because when the body dies or ceases to exist, the akal and the ruh still continues to work to live. Okay, so that is his explanation. So the only way, the only reasonable explanation here that he can give is that that is how God wants it to be. It is the destiny of God, it is the desire of God, it is the will of God that wants the two of them to live together, and they are forced, they are under force and direction of divinity, not physical or natural order or natural direction. So naturally both of them cannot live together, but divinely, because it is the order of God that created them and makes something in between them to serve as a connecting point. So that is God's doing. It is not natural doing. So by this, لا يمكن أن تعلل بشيء من طبيعتهما. Their being together is not natural. لأنهما ضدان متناقضان, because they are both two oppositions and that cannot meet. They don't have anything in common. So, but their combination here is just the wish of God. فلم يبق إلا أن يكون اتحادهما هذا حقيقة خارقة أرادها الله على الرغم من أنها لا تتفق مع طبائع الأشياء. So their unity and their uniform is just is a reality. It is a real reality. It is an unnatural reality that was destined and made to happen by God, despite the fact that they are not uniformed. They are not united in nature. Okay, so by this, what is the system? What is the way? How did they combine together in human form? That is the discussion in the next paragraph, where it says, وتتم العلاقة بين العقل والجسم بواسطة جزء معين هو الغدة الصنوبرية. الغدة الصنوبرية. This الغدة الصنوبرية in English philosophical terminology is what we call pineal gland. Pineal gland. Pineal space gland. Pineal gland. Pineal gland is what is like a thin layer that is situated in between the algismo and al-aqlu. And this is what is responsible for carrying message from the gismo to the mental, and from the mental back to الجسم. فعندها تنتهي الآثار الواردة من الخارج التي تنتقل عن طريق الأعصاب, and this is done through the sense nerve, the valves, VALVES, the valves or the nerves, and the central neurons, okay, that runs in between the spinal cord and the brain of human being. ومنها تصدر الأوامر للأعصاب فتحرك العضلات فيتحرك الجسم. فهذه الغدة هي الوسيط بين الروح والجسم. So this pineal gland is the connection, is the connector between that connects the spirit or the mentality with the physical body. So تأخذ من الروح أمرها, it takes commandments or order or action or instruction from the mentality, from the rationality. فترسله إلى الأعصاب والعضلات, then it sends it to to the parts of the body. كما تتلقى من الأعصاب, and it also takes instruction from from the parts of the body. ما تأتي به من رسائل من العالم الخارجية, whatever it has from the physical world. What was siluha ila arrow, it connects that message to the soul. Okay. ولكنها يجب أن نلاحظ أن الروح لا تستطيع أن تدفع الجسم إلى الحركة بكل معنى هذه الكلمة. But still, we have to still understand that the soul, the spirit, the mental has no ability to force the body to move, because already the body has its own movement that cannot be increased or reduced. Okay, you remember? So the movement of the body is always at constant motion, always constant. It cannot increase, it cannot also reduce. So the soul has no ability, it has no capacity to force or to push the body for extra movement. So that is so the soul works on its own movement, and the body works on its own distinct movement. لأنه لا يمكن إضافة حركة جديدة إلى الحركة الموجودة بين الأجسام مهما صغر مقدارها, because there cannot be additional movement to any body or any substance, and there cannot also be additional movement to the movement of the world of the brain. So all the movements are what are constant. So they move forth and back in a distinct and organized way and regulated way. So We are now moving to page 121. وكما أن الروح عاجزة عن خلق حركة جديدة في الجسم غير التي به، فإن الجسم كذلك عاجز عن خلق أفكار جديدة في الروح. So the same way that we say that the rationality is incapable of creating additional movement to the body, so the body also similarly has no ability to make or to create another a new movement to the what to the akal. Okay, فليست الحواس تضيف إلينا فكرا جديدا، بل إن عملها محصور في أنها تترك في المخ آثارا تشبه الثنايات التي تحدث في قطعة من الورق عند طيها، وهذه الثنايات تعاون الروح على بعث شيء من أفكارها الكامنة فيها، مما يكون شبيها بهذه الصور التي جاءت بها الحواس من الخارج. So by this, we move to the last page, page 122. So on page 122, the paragraph before the last, so we read: ويرى ديكارت أنه يمكن للعقل أن يسيطر على العواطف. So Descartes says that it is possible for the rationality to overpower, to control emotion, emotion, passion, passion. ويقول إنه حتى أضعف العقول يستطيع بالصبر أن يوفق إلى السيطرة على العواطف. Even the weakest rationality, the weakest soul, is capable of, by patience, through perseverance, it is capable of what? Of controlling the emotions and passions. كما نستطيع أن نروض عنف الكلاب. In the same way that we are capable of training wild dogs that are not domestic. So in the same way that we can train a wild dog, so the 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 human mind is capable of what? Of controlling human passion and emotion. Okay, so by this, فإذا تم للعقل هذا انقلبت العواطف وسيلة حسنة. So if when the, at the point when the rationality is able to control the emotion and the passion of the body, then the awatif becomes wasilatun hasana wa adatun qawima libulugh al-ghaya allati manshuduha ala wa hiya al-khair. So then the emotion and the passion of man becomes a good means and a good tools to achieve the purpose of humanity, of creating humanity, which is performance of good. لأن الخير الذي يدركه العقل إدراك معرفة إنما يقوي أثره في نفوسنا لو مثلته لنا العواطف شيئا جميلا، إذ لا يكفي أن تعلم الخير بعقلك, because it is not enough that you know what is good, بل يجب أن ترغب فيه بعواطفك أيضا. So rather, it is also important that you seek through your emotion and passion for what is good. Okay, knowing what is good is not enough. Doing what is good and achieving and acquiring what is good is equally important. So وتتلخص الأخلاق عند ديكارت في سيطرة على العواطف، وفيما ينتج عن ذلك من رغبة فيما نعلم أنه حق وخير، وهذه الرغبة في أن نحيا حياة فاضلة ينشأ عنها اطمئنان ضمير وهو أوفى جزاء للأخلاق. So according to Rene Descartes, the purpose of what the purpose of ethic, behavior, and morality is to what is our is lie in it relies in our ability to be able to control our emotion and passion, okay, in whatever we do, so that it will be it will be channeled towards what is true and what is good. And this rugby in this rugby, this desire and will for good and truth, okay, it relies in we living a virtuous life and a successful life, okay, that gives us rest of mind and peaceful of mind, okay, and this is the best portion of what life and akhlaq, morality, behavior is all about. So this is where we are going to end the session for now, for today. So we are going to continue later, but perhaps not today because I have another online session with another subject. So we are going to uh, perhaps, so whatever we are going to do here next, so we are going to inform us through the Telegram. As I said, the line, the FB line has been suspended through the network failure. Okay, so but for those of you who were online before, so sorry for the inconvenience and for the cottage of the network. That is Unisa network for you. That is how it does. So, but here so you are going to yeah, for sure you are going to see the rest of the recording on the YouTube channel. So perhaps after 2 to 3 hours, it will be uploaded onto the channel. So we are going to put a stop to it here until when we come back again to continue from where we stop. So for those of you who have class on Sunday and Monday, we are going to have many sessions tomorrow online and also on Saturday. We will make sure that we finish and we cover all the syllabus before the semester runs to an end بإذن الله. So بهذا نكتفي حتى نلتقي مرة أخرى بإذن الله وبالله التوفيق والهداية والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.